I'm going to show you tonight how I use the energetic technique that I talked about in my prior video to clear the emotions of the collective. So I'm going to show you kind of a two-part way. I don't do the first part too much anymore. I mean, I still am kind of hanging on to it. Anyway, I use the emotion code at first, and then I go into what I've really developed as my own practice. I'm still kind of clinging on to the emotion code thing just in case. As an anchor, an energetic anchor, what I want you to know is after you've cleared your own emotions, and then you're an empath, you start to clear emotions from the collective around you. And it can grow exponentially. You're clearing for a whole city, maybe more. And you're giving the earth grid these energies. Some of the earth can take and transmute and transform these energies into positivity and healing energy and love and light. And I do this for two reasons. One is so we all may rise into unity consciousness, and two, that we will achieve the ascension timeline. So I'm going to walk you through my process, and I haven't cleared, I didn't clear yesterday, and I'm going to clear tonight. I was kind of saving it up so I could show you. It'll probably be about 6 emotions. I typically clear 3 emotions per night that are for the whole collective in my area. Sometimes it's 4. If I skip a day, it'll be about 6. So it's really important to make it part of your daily practice. It really tunes me in to who I am and what I'm doing. It connects me to source and spirit. It's my favorite time of the day. I love it. So here we go. I'm going to clear the emotions. So what I do first is I connect to my highest self on my light side. We're working with the light now, and so you just be careful. Connect to your highest self on your light side. We don't know what people on the night side or our dimensional selves on the night side are doing, so we just play it safe. Highest self on our light side has our best interests and Gaia's interests at heart. So here we go. Highest self on my light side. And then I say, and I ask the angels and archangels to be around me, my stream of consciousness, all the way up to the very top. In my own case, it's Ganesha, and then Ramana Maharshi, as he was Ganesha, but he was in the physical form. So, and then it goes down, all my dimensional selves, even, you could even say, timelines and fractalizations, but you know, I have to get into that. Just so you include everybody, and then you go downward. You access your root chakra. You open the earth chakra on your feet, and you're going to say, you imagine, you visualize, you have the intention to go into the earth, and then you imagine that you're, connecting to the earth grid. This is a higher dimensional earth grid. I picture it like the flower of life that's within the earth. It's a higher dimension of earth. It's 5D earth, and possibly much higher dimensions too. And I imagine it as a gold flower of life grid that's growing, and we're pulling it out so the earth may rise into her higher consciousness. That's what we're doing. We're feeding the grid, is what I call it, the earth grid, so it can be fueled and raise up. And probably, I don't know, maybe split off. I don't know. But both will be included. Maybe they'll stay together. Maybe it's, what the Pisces is when 2 circles are interlocked together in that center area. It's probably where we are right now in this world, in these crazy times, the best Pisces. Maybe it stays that way. I'm certainly, in my life, I'm experiencing that I think people are experiencing two timelines right now. That's what I'm seeing. So I'm going to do my job. I work for the universe. It's my true soul's purpose, or one of them. I clear emotions for the collective. I put it into the earth grid so Mother Earth may take, transform, and transmute it into love and light and healing energy, so we may all rise up into unity consciousness. So I have a magnet for my refrigerator. I use the emotion code chart. There's probably other charts out there of emotions. This one's just quick and easy for me to use, because what I used at the very end of when I was pulling out all the emotions within me, the trapped emotions that needed to be cleared out of the way, so I can become a clear channel to do this work. And you'll need to do it too. Before that, I used EFT. Before that, I probably used some shamanic stuff, Carlos Castaneda stuff, the recapitulation. I've been working on it for a long time to clear myself of all the trapped emotions that that you accumulate from birth on, and even prior to birth. But so here we go, and this is what, if you are an energetic anchor, this is how you can start to work as an anchor. And then your practice will probably grow, it'll change. Your intuition, your guides will tell you to do this, do that, do this, and then you're free and you're working for the grid. And that's what I want you to do. So I'm going to tell you my method, and you can use it, and then I guarantee you'll start to get your own information. So the emotion code is using kinesiology to find these things. I'm really good at kinesiology. I have been muscle testing for so many things for many, many years. I'm going to assume you know how to do it. If not, it's real easy to learn. So I use the ring method. Thumb, forefinger, interlock thumb. And so I've connected to my highest self on my light side. And I'm connected to the earth. And so I'm going to say the first collective emotion that I am processing as an empath is in column A. And that was a yes. Row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5. So it's row 5. That's a kidneys or bladder row. Since it's collective, I don't care which one it is. We can find it's the kidneys, it's the bladder. The first emotion is blaming, dread, fear. So fear is a collective emotion that we are processing right now. Surprise, surprise, that most people are feeling fearful. So let's release this fear. And for the emotion code part of this, you're gonna rub this magnet through your central column. You're gonna be by yourself. So the way you do that is forehead all the way to the back of your neck. So I'm clearing fear from the collective. I am clearing fear from the collective. Breathe while you do it. Clearing fear for the collective. I'm visualizing to it leaving me. And then the part that I have developed lately, excuse me, I hold my hands up and I tune in and I say, universal love and light energy of God, flow through me to push out all this fear of the collective that I am processing as an empath. When I start to feel my hands tingling and getting a little heavy, I visualize the energy running through my body. Visualization is very key. And then I turn my hands over and I push it into the earth. And I visualize it going into the earth. And I say, Mother Earth, please take, transmute, and transform this energy into love and light and healing, so we may all rise up into unity consciousness and achieve the ascension timeline. And when I'm saying that, I am visualizing that golden flower of life, spherical grid within the earth, you know, sort of being electrified or growing or receiving that energy. So it's expanding. You're feeding the grid. And so I can feel that's released. You can test it. Say, do we release that? And I got a yes. The next trapped emotion that I'm processing as an empath for the collective is in column A. Row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5, row 6. Row 6 is glands and sex organs. Typically when I do this work for the collective, everything I've been doing for months and months and months has been lower chakra stuff. Is it humiliation, jealousy, longing, lust, overwhelm? Is overwhelm. Typical one that I process regularly for the collective who's not feeling overwhelmed. I've taken that upon myself. It's within me, and we're going to release it from the collective. So let's release this overwhelm from the collective, pushing it into the earth. We're releasing overwhelm from our glands and sex organs. And you just need to wipe with the magnet 3 times. I've gotten the message I don't need to use the magnet anymore, but can't hurt. And then my favorite part that has developed over the last 3 or 4 months is where I feel the energy running through me. Highest self, universal love and light energy of God and the universe flow through me to release and push out this energy of overwhelm from the collective. And then I turn my hands over, pushing it into the earth, to the earth grid. You can breathe and feel it leaving your body. That will grow, the sensation will grow over time. And then I ask Mother Earth to please take, transmute, and transform this overwhelm into love and light and healing energy, so we may all rise up into unity consciousness and achieve the ascension timeline. And I take a few more breaths and feel it leaving. I visualize the earth grid receiving and being fed and growing. And then I keep notes of what I'm releasing every day. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Maybe something. The next trapped emotion that I'm processing as an empath is column A, column B, column A, row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5. Row 5, kidneys and bladder, again, lower chakras, blaming, dread, fear, horror. That's not good. So let's release horror from the collective. Universal energy of love and light of God flow through me to release this horror from the collective. Pushing it into the earth. Mother Earth, please take, transmute, and transform this energy of horror into love and light and positivity, so we may all rise up into unity consciousness and achieve the ascension timeline. And again, just take a few breaths as you release. Visualize the grid growing and being fed. It's like you are providing the fuel for this grid of consciousness to grow. You know, we're all interconnected, but this is our little part as an anchor. If you're not an anchor, you're not going to be called to do this work. If you're an anchor, probably already doing it in some way. I'm just giving you a little more of a structure. Let's see if there's any more, because I did not clear yesterday. The next trapped emotion that I'm processing as an empath is in column A, column B. Am I finished for tonight? Yes. So we just did 3. They were fear, overwhelm, and horror. Let me show you this list. You can just Google it. This is the emotion code. Just type in the emotion code chart. It's a book written by, I always want to say Bradley Cooper, but it's Bradley, I'm just blanking. I gave my book away a long time ago. Anyways, the emotion code, just check it out. It's good stuff. I do not charge for my emotion code work though. Apparently if you don't have a certificate from that school, they will sue you. I love that. Anyway, so that's what you do. I do it daily. So if you just caught this video, I have one describing what an anchor is, and most importantly, how you know if you are. I talk a lot about it, and I include the ascension weight gain stuff in my first video, because anchors will definitely have had that symptom of some weight gain. Anyway, ask any questions you need in the comment, and I will try to get back to you. I'm very new to doing these videos, but Spirit has been asking me, to put these out, and I'm not techie at all, so I've had a couple of problems. This is the best I could do, and I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you for doing the work to make this ascension and rising up into unity consciousness happen. Thank you, and namaste.